Welcome to our channel, where we help you learn English through story. Here, we mix motivation with learning so that every story also becomes an English listening practice session. The story you're about to hear isn't just about coffee. It's about vision, hard work, and never giving up. It's about starting small and thinking big. Our journey begins in 1971. In the rainy but beautiful city of Seattle, USA. Three friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Boker, opened a small shop selling roasted coffee beans and coffee-making equipment. The birth of Starbucks. At the beginning, Starbucks was nothing like the coffee shop you know today. They didn't serve lattes, cappuccinos, or frappuccinos. Instead, they sold high-quality roasted coffee beans for people to brew at home. The name Starbucks came from a character in the famous novel Moby Dick. The founders wanted something that felt connected to the sea, adventure, and tradition. In the early days, customers were mostly locals, but there was something special about this shop: quality. The founders cared deeply about where their beans came from, how they were roasted, and how to keep the flavor perfect. In 1981, a man named Howard Schultz walked into a Starbucks store for the very first time. At that moment, Starbucks was still only a small chain of coffee bean shops in Seattle. They didn't serve ready-to-drink coffee, just beans and equipment. Howard wasn't just any random customer. At the time, he was working as the director of retail operations for a company that sold kitchen equipment, and Starbucks happened to be one of his clients. The very first time he visited, he felt something unique about the place. The smell of freshly roasted coffee, the deep knowledge of the staff, and the passion for quality. A year later, in 1982, Howard officially joined Starbucks as the director of marketing. Soon after, he took a business trip to Italy. This trip changed everything. In Italy, Howard saw something Starbucks didn't have: coffee culture. Small espresso bars were everywhere. People didn't just grab coffee and leave. They stood at the counter, talked with friends, shared news, and enjoyed the moment. Coffee wasn't just a drink, it was a social experience. Howard thought, why can't we bring this same coffee house culture to America? When Howard returned, he was excited and full of ideas. He suggested turning Starbucks into a place where customers could drink freshly brewed coffee, espresso, and cappuccinos right in the store. But the original founders didn't agree. They were focused on selling beans, not running coffee bars. Howard didn't give up. He believed in his vision so strongly that in 1985, he left Starbucks and started his own coffeehouse chain called Il Giornale. This cafe followed the Italian style, serving espresso drinks and creating a warm, inviting atmosphere. In 1987, the founders decided to sell Starbucks. Howard saw his chance. He bought the company and merged it with Il Giornale. Now his dream could finally become reality. Starbucks would no longer just sell coffee beans, it would become the coffeehouse experience in America. With Howard Schultz now in charge, Starbucks was ready for a complete transformation. The company no longer focused only on selling roasted beans. Instead, it began offering fresh, handcrafted coffee beverages right inside the store. But Howard's vision went beyond coffee. He wanted Starbucks to become something he called the third place. In life, most people have two main places: home and work. The third place, he believed, should be somewhere people feel comfortable, welcomed, and connected. A place to relax, meet friends, or even work on personal projects. To make this idea real, Howard paid attention to every detail. Atmosphere, soft music, warm lighting, and the rich smell of coffee. Customer service. Baristas would remember your name, greet you warmly, and make your drink just the way you like it. Design. Comfortable seating areas that encouraged people to stay longer, not just grab and go. This focus on experience made Starbucks more than just a coffee shop. It became part of people's daily routine, a ritual. By the early 1990s, Starbucks was growing fast. New stores opened in cities across the United States. In 1992, the company went public, selling shares on the stock market. This gave Starbucks the funds it needed to expand even faster. In the mid-1990s, Starbucks opened its first international stores in Japan and Singapore. This was the start of a worldwide journey. Starbucks didn't just sell drinks, it sold an identity. Holding a Starbucks cup became a small statement about your lifestyle. Whether you were a student studying in the corner, a business person rushing to a meeting, or friends catching up, Starbucks was the backdrop. By the early 2000s, Starbucks had become more than a coffee chain. It was a global brand. Stores appeared in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. By 2007, Starbucks had over 15,000 locations worldwide. In China, Starbucks introduced tea-based drinks to adapt to local tastes. In Japan, they offered seasonal flavors like sakura lattes. This flexibility helped the brand win customers in cultures with very different beverage traditions. Everywhere it went, Starbucks maintained its core values: quality coffee, great service, and a welcoming environment. But in 2008, trouble arrived. The global financial crisis affected nearly every industry, and Starbucks was no exception. As people tried to save money, fewer customers bought premium coffee. Sales dropped sharply, and hundreds of stores closed. Some critics said Starbucks had grown too quickly and lost its original magic. In January 2008, Howard Schultz returned as CEO to lead a turnaround. His plan focused on quality first, improving coffee beans and brewing methods, employee training, closing stores for one afternoon to retrain baristas, a bold move that sent a message about priorities, cutting weak links, closing underperforming stores to focus on strong locations, innovation, introducing new products like the Pike Place Roast, mobile ordering, and loyalty cards. By 2010, Starbucks was back on track. Sales rose and customer loyalty returned. The company used technology to make ordering easier and personalized, such as the Starbucks Rewards app. This period proved an important business lesson. Every setback can be a setup for a comeback. Today, Starbucks operates in more than 80 countries with over 30,000 stores worldwide. Every day, millions of customers walk through its doors or order through its app. Starbucks has become more than just a place to get coffee. It's part of global pop culture. Its seasonal drinks, like the pumpkin spice latte, create massive buzz on social media every year. Many customers even post photos of their Starbucks cup with their name written on it, a small but effective way Starbucks keeps its brand personal. Sustainability and social impact. In recent years, Starbucks has made strong commitments to sustainability. Ethical sourcing, ensuring coffee beans come from farmers paid fairly and working in good conditions. Environmental goals, reducing plastic waste, encouraging customers to use reusable cups, and moving towards carbon-neutral stores. These efforts show that modern success isn't just about profit, it's about responsibility. Start small, dream big. Starbucks began as a single shop selling coffee beans. The dream turned it into a global icon. Create an experience, not just a product. The coffee is great, but the welcoming atmosphere is what keeps people coming back. Adapt and innovate. From introducing mobile orders to customizing drinks for different cultures, adaptation has kept Starbucks relevant. Value people. Employees, customers, and suppliers are all part of the brand's success. Come back stronger. Every business faces challenges.
What matters is how you respond. And that's the incredible journey, from a single store in Seattle to a coffee empire loved all over the world. If this Starbucks success story inspired you and helped you in your English listening practice, then give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next Learn English Through Story episode. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.